Hello everyone and welcome to Sally and Bytes. Today, I am here to teach Relational Database and SQL, Part 7, SQL Commands, DDL Commands, Create Database, Use Database, Show Databases, Drop Database, Create Table, Show Tables, Describe Table, Alter Table and Drop Table. So, let's dive in and get started. In the previous video, we learned how to download and install MySQL on your Windows system. Kindly check the link for downloading and installing MySQL for Windows, which is given in the description box below for easy access. Let's learn about SQL commands. What is SQL commands? SQL commands are instructions used to interact with a relational database, including tasks like querying, updating, and managing data. To become familiar with SQL, it's important to understand the basic terminologies, which include keywords, clauses, and statements or commands, as these concepts are frequently used in SQL. Let's recall the columns or fields or attributes marked in blue boxes, rows or tuples or records marked in red boxes, and relation or table or file marked in yellow boxes. Just for reference. Already we have learnt this in detail in the previous videos. In SQL, a keyword is a reserved word with a predefined meaning, like select or from, for example. In an SQL query, select is a keyword used to retrieve data from a database table. Retrieve means to fetch or obtain data or information from a source, such as a database or a storage location. For example, select column 1 from table 1. For example, in a student table we select roll number from student table. Clause. In SQL, a clause is a component of a query that specifies conditions or actions. It is a distinct logical part of an SQL statement. Clauses begin with a keyword for which they are named and consist of arguments as well. For example, the where clause in select name from employee where department equals sales here, arguments complete or modify the meaning of the clause, which is department in the given example. In SQL, a statement or command is a combination of two or more clauses. Statements are the instructions given to SQL database for executing a task. For example, select star from employee . This is a statement or command. All SQL statements end with semicolon. Here are some key points to remember. All the statements in SQL terminate with a semicolon. SQL is not case sensitive. Therefore, we can type commands in either uppercase or lowercase. For example, look at the first statement, select star from employee . Here the statement is in uppercase. Look at the second statement. Select star from employee . Here the statement is in lowercase. Let's discuss the DDL, Data Definition Language commands. Data Definition Language, DDL, commands in SQL are used to define, modify, and manage the structure of a database, including creating tables, altering schemas. Schema means a database schema organizes and manages tables, views, and procedures for efficient data structure. And defining constraints. A constraint in a database is a rule that enforces data integrity by defining limits or conditions for the values that can be stored in a table. These are the DDL commands. Creating databases, opening databases, showing databases, removing databases, creating a table, viewing a table structure, alter table command and drop table command. A database is a structured collection of data organized for efficient storage and retrieval. Let's learn how to create a database. The Create Database command is used to create a database in RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. Syntax is create database _name . Example. Create database school . This statement creates database with the name school. Now, a database with the name school will be created on the system. The semicolon at the end of the command is used to terminate the SQL statement. The message query OK, 1 row affected, 0.29 seconds, typically appears after executing a SQL command in a database system like MySQL. It indicates that the query was successful, and it affected 1 row of data in this case, or it could also mean that a particular action was performed successfully. The 0.29 seconds represents the time taken to execute the query, measured in seconds. This message is a confirmation that the database operation was completed without errors and provides some timing information. Let's work practically. We have learned how to open MySQL for Windows in your system in the previous video. Now, let's open it in the search index of your system. Type MySQL, immediately MySQL command line client appears. Press Enter key. You will land on this screen. It will ask you to enter the password. Now enter the password, which you have entered at the time of installation. After entering the password, you get the display like this, seen on the screen. That means you have now successfully installed MySQL Server on your Windows system. You can see a blinking cursor where you can enter the SQL statements. Now, let's start working here. Now, we have typed, create database school semicolon. This statement creates database with the name school. Now, a database with the name school will be created on the system. Let's learn how to open a database. Once a database has been created, we need to open it to work on it. For this, use command is required. Syntax is use database_name semicolon. Let's see the practical example. We have typed use school semicolon in the MySQL prompt. When you type use school in the MySQL prompt, it is a command to select and set a specific database as the current working database. The semicolon at the end of the command is used to terminate the SQL statement. After executing this command, the message database changed is displayed. You can see it on the screen. This message database changed is to confirm that the database context has been switched to the one you specified, in this case, school. This means that any subsequent SQL commands you enter will be executed within the context of the selected database. It helps you focus your operations on a specific database rather than working with multiple databases simultaneously, which is a common practice in database management. Let's learn about how to use Show Databases command. Show Databases command displays a list of all the databases which is already created in your MySQL system. Syntax is show databases semicolon. Let's see the practical example. Here, you can see a list of all the databases displayed, which is already created in your MySQL system. The semicolon at the end of the command is used to terminate the SQL statement. Now you can see a message below the list. The message 6 rows in set, 0.10 seconds, is a response to the SQL command show databases in MySQL. This message confirms that the show databases command has successfully retrieved a list of all the databases in your MySQL system, and there are 6 of them. The timing information, 0.10 seconds, indicates how quickly the operation was performed. Let's learn about removing databases. To physically remove or delete a database along with all its tables, drop database command is used. The syntax is drop database_name semicolon. Let's see the practical example. We have typed drop database school semicolon. The command drop database school is a SQL command that is used to delete or drop a database named school in a database management system like MySQL. It's important to note that executing this command will permanently remove the school database and all the data it contains. The semicolon at the end of the command is used to terminate the SQL statement. Now, look at the below message. Query OK means that the query was executed without any errors. 0 rows affected means that the query did not result in any changes to the data. In other words, the query was successful, but it didn't modify any records in the database. Here, you can compare the list of databases. The original database, that us before removing school database, holds 6 rows in set. But after removing school database, we have 5 rows in set, as the school database is removed. You have to be cautious when using this drop database command, as data loss is irreversible. Let's learn how to create a table. The create table statement is used to create a table in a database. Tables are organized into rows and columns, and each table must have a name. It is the most extensively used DDL command. A table must have at least one column. The syntax is create table name, open brackets, column name 1, data type, size, comma, column name 2, data type, size, comma, column name 3, data type, size, close brackets, semicolon. Now, let's see a practical example. Look at the red box. First, we are creating a database named Institute. Next, look at the blue box. We are opening the database. Syntax is use database name. Use institute semicolon. So we are using the database Institute now. Now, look at the yellow box. We are creating a table under the Institute database. Create table student. Here student is the table name. Open brackets, roll_no roll number, which is the column name, data type integer, not null constraint is used. So column roll_no cannot have null values. Definitely we have to add values to it. Primary key constraint is used. That means roll number column name, which uniquely identifies each row or record on this student table. Next line, we enter the second column name, data type varchar of 20, not null constraint is used. That means this name column cannot have null values. Definitely we have to add values to it. Next line we have column name gender, data type char of 1. Next line we have column name marks, data type integer. Last line we have column name DOB, data type date, close brackets semicolon. Now successfully, we have created a student table under Database Institute. Note, for each column, a name and a data type must be specified and the column name must be unique within the table definition. Column definitions are separated by comma. Uppercase and lowercase letters make no difference in column names. Let's learn how to view a table. To verify that the table has been created in the database, Show Tables command is used. Now, let's see a practical example. In the MySQL prompt, we have typed Show Tables semicolon. So you can see the display. The database named Institute holds student table. Let's learn how to view a table structure. To view a table structure, describe or desc command is used. It shows the structure of the table along with the name of the column, data type of the columns and constraints applied on the columns. Now, look at the practical example. Desc student semicolon is typed in the MySQL prompt. You can view the table structure of the student, which we have created. You can view the field names, their data types, constraints like null, primary key, default, etc. Let's learn about the alter table command. The alter table command in SQL is used to modify an existing table's structure. You can use this command to add, modify, or delete columns, constraints, and other table attributes. The operations performed by alter table command are adding a column to an existing table, adding a column with default value, modifying an existing column definition, renaming a column, removing a column and adding and deleting primary key constraints. Let's see one by one in detail. Let's learn how to add a column to an existing table. To add a new column to an existing table in SQL, you can use the alter table statement. Once a table has been created, new columns can be added later on if required. The new column is added with null values for all the records or rows in the table. The syntax is alter table table_name add, column_name data type, size, semicolon. For example, we type the statement in the MySQL prompt as alter table student add open brackets mobile_no integer close brackets semicolon. So we are adding a new column mobile_no as integer data type in the student table. We have inserted 5 records in the student table. You can see the 5 records of Kevin, Rosie, David, Emily, and Alex. We will learn about how to insert values into the table in the next video, while dealing with the DDL commands. Insert commands come under DDL commands. So you can see how alter table works in here. As alter table and drop table falls under DDL commands, we will complete these commands first continuously for your easy learning of DDL commands. Let's view our student table with values inserted. To view our table with values inserted, we have to type the statement select star from student semicolon. Now, look at the table student here. It has 5 columns named roll_no, name, gender, marks and DOB. We will add a new column, mobile number to the student table using alter table command. So, we type the statement in the MySQL prompt as alter table student add open brackets mobile_no integer close brackets semicolon. Now, to view our altered table, we have to type the statement select star from student semicolon. Look at the altered student table here. What can you see? Yes, a new column. The alter table statement has added a new column mobile_no into the table student with null value in it. Now, we can insert values one by one for the mobile number 2. Let's learn how to add a column with default value. Alter table command can be used to add a new column to an existing table with default values. The syntax is alter table table_name add, column_name 1, data type 1 default data, semicolon. Example. Alter table student add city Sharof 10 default Denmark semicolon. Look at the statement given. Alter table student add open brackets city Charov 10 default Denmark, place Denmark in double quotes, close brackets, semicolon. Let's view our altered table student. So we type the statement select star from student semicolon. What can you see in this altered table student? Yes. This will add a new column city with default value as Denmark to this student table. Let's learn how to modify an existing column definition. Modify command can be used with alter table command to change the data type, size, constraint related to any column of the table. The syntax is alter table table_name modify, column_name 1, data type 1, semicolon. Example. We type the statement alter table student modify name varchar of 25 semicolon. Let's see an example practically. We type the statement alter table student modify name varchar of 25 semicolon. Now, look at the yellow box. To view the table structure, we type describe or desk student semicolon. Now, here, to compare how the table structure has been altered, you can view the existing table structure of the student on the left side and the altered table structure of the student on the right side. Look at the name data type. You can see how it has altered or modified the data type to varchar of 25. Let's learn how to rename a column in a table. The existing column in a relation can be renamed using alter table command. The syntax is alter table table_name change, column underscore name 1, old column name new column name column underscore definition semicolon. For example, we type the statement, alter table student change city which is the old column name, state which is the new column name data type varchar, 10, semicolon. Now you can see the practical example. We type the statement, alter table student change city which is the old column name, state which is the new column name data type varchar, 10, semicolon. Now look at the yellow box, we type select star from student semicolon to view the table. What can you see? Yes, the city column is changed to state column. Here, you can compare the column name of student table, how old column name city is changed to new column name state. Let's learn how to remove a column from a table. To remove or drop a column in a table, alter table command is used. The syntax is alter table table underscore name drop column name semicolon. For example, we type the statement alter table student drop state semicolon, where student is the table name and state is the column name. Look at the practical example. We type the statement alter table student drop state semicolon, where student is the table name and state is the column name. Now, look at the yellow box. To view the table values, we type the statement, select star from student semicolon. So, what can you see? The state column is removed or dropped from the student table. Now, you can see the difference with the existing student table and the altered student table, how the state column is removed or dropped from the student table. Let's learn how to add and delete primary key constraints in an altered table. We can add or delete a primary key constraint even if the table has already been created using alter table command. Syntax to add primary key constraint is alter table table underscore name add primary key of column name semicolon. The syntax to delete a primary key constraint is alter table table underscore name drop primary key semicolon. Now look at the first statement. We have already created a primary key constraint while creating the student table. While creating the table student, we have set the roll underscore NO as the primary key. You can see below the table structure too. So first we will learn how to delete the primary key constraint and then to add the primary key constraint. To delete a primary key constraint from the table student, the syntax is alter table table underscore name drop primary key semicolon. For example, look at the statement, alter table student drop primary key semicolon. Look at the MySQL statement, alter table student drop primary key semicolon. Now to view the table structure, type the statement desk student semicolon. So what can you see on the student table structure? Yes, the primary key is deleted from the table student. Let's learn how to add primary key constraints. The syntax is alter table table underscore name add primary key of column name semicolon. For example, look at the MySQL statement. Alter table student add primary key of roll underscore NO semicolon. Now look at the MySQL statement. Alter table student add primary key of roll underscore NO semicolon. To view the student table structure, we type the statement, desk student semicolon. What can you see now? The primary key constraint is added on the column roll underscore NO in the table student. Always remember while using alter table command to add a primary key that the primary key columns must be declared with not null constraint when the table was first created. We did it. Sometimes, we may need to physically remove a table which is not in use. Drop table command is used to remove or delete a table permanently. If you drop a table, all the rows in the table are deleted along with its structure. Once a table is dropped, we cannot get it back and all other references to the table become invalid. This command completely destroys the table structure. The syntax is drop table _name semicolon. For example, drop table student semicolon. This command will permanently remove the table student from the database institute. Now, look at the practical example. The MySQL statement is drop table student semicolon. This command will permanently remove the table student from the database institute. So to view the table, we type the statement desk student semicolon. What can you see here? An error message states that table institute.student doesn't exist. Institute is the database name where student table was stored. Please ensure that you have a good understanding of the data definition language, DDL, commands in SQL. I recommend practicing all the SQL DDL commands to reinforce your knowledge and skills. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you are new to my Sally and Bytes YouTube channel to stay updated with engaging content and never miss out on my latest videos. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and relatives. Watch the upcoming videos, Relational Database and SQL, Part 8, SQL Commands, DML Commands, Inserting data into a table, Insert into command, Modifying data in a table, Update command, Removing data from a table, Delete command, Truncate command. You can check the link in the description box given below.